Okay, part 2, Ashley. So go ahead and explain your diary about some of the activity and what you've seen in here. So go ahead and continue on.
Okay, so some of the general incidents that's been going on. There's a 3-year-old in the house. Her name's Kymira. It seems like she talks to nothing. She'll sit in the corner and just talk. She will crawl around on her hands and feet, like her hands and feet, like the tall one does. So it seems like she's seeing her. She's acting out and screaming more. She will shut her 1-year-old sister's hands in like drawers and cabinets. And when you ask her why she does it, she says because the monster told her to. When we ask her to show us the monster, she walks into the master bath. She says it's going to get you. And then there was one night she told her parents it's going to choke mommy and daddy. With some of the adults, at first, one of the first things that we had is we were standing in the dining room, and it seemed like something just walked by and just like rubbed their hand against the blinds. You hear a crying scream from the back room. It sounded like Kymira, but both the girls were in the living room with us. We went back there and we didn't see anything. And then one of the big things that really prompted us into doing more was when Tonia and Taylor, they walked into the master bedroom. It was completely dark. Taylor heard growling. And when she looked, she saw the taller one on the floor in the fetal position, kind of with his knees to his chest, next to the washer and dryer. The short one was between the crib and the porch door. When Tonia walked towards the crib, she saw the shorter one run into her closet, followed by the tall one. And really, like, you see more shadows. While sitting in the living room, Taylor and myself, we were actually sitting on this couch, and in the hall behind us, we heard a large thump, and Taylor turned around and noticed that the baby wipes were on the floor in the middle of the hall, and before that, they were on the counter in the guest bathroom. And then while all 3 of the girls were in the hall, right by the master bedroom, the door just opened. There was one time, actually, Tonia went into the master bath and turned on the light, and as soon as she turned it on, it seemed like the bulb burned out. It just went out. All of us have seen shadows walking in the dark. Like we'd be standing in the hallway and you see a shadow go across the doorway. And then while taking pictures, you can see the movement. Like as soon as you flash it, you can see something moving across, but when you go back to look, there's nothing there. And there was actually one day I went in there, and I went to go into the master bathroom, and I touched the door handle, and it feels like I was electrocuted through my hand and up my arm. We could start hearing like banging from the back rooms. And then while sitting on the bed in the master bedroom, Taylor began to feel something touching her left arm, and she felt a stinging. When she took her jacket off, she had 3 scratches down her upper arm. And then today, before you came, I was vacuuming the hallway. I walked forward. There was nothing on the floor. And as I was walking back, the baby wipes that were on top of the fridge, I ended up stepping on them. It's like it moved it from the top of the fridge to the floor. So, and we wrote down a couple things, like just took notes of how we feel while we're like in the back room or taking video or anything like that. It seems like there's a heaviness, and you get like really tight chest pain, sharp pains in your chest. It's really hard to breathe. We've noticed getting headaches, an uneasy feeling, and when you walk into the room, there's times where it feels like you're just walking right into a wall. You get lightheaded, chills, and it seems like when they walk by you or they're near you, you feel breezes. And there was a couple times we noticed while we're videotaping them, you get a smell of like rotten eggs and gunpowder. So that's really all I've got.
Well, also too, when I got here, I did a little impromptu investigation. I was trying to get some EVPs in the back bedroom where the activity is, and I could have sworn I saw the door move a little bit, and I tried to get an EVP. I didn't get any EVPs, but I told the entity to move the door again, and it creaked, and it slightly moved. So I do feel there's something back there. And Saturday we're going to have the investigators over here. We're going to have the psychic. So we're going to see what we capture, but also too, Taylor over here, I will be doing a full submersion baptism. So because she feels like she has an attachment, she does hear voices, and she's going through what is called the oppression, and then from there is obsession, and then from there possession. So she's at the beginning stages, so hopefully with God's help that I will be able to take the attachment away, and I will bless the apartment. And I don't feel it will bleed over from the other apartments because I feel everything's centered here. So I'm closing out for right now.